So hey, this is the final boss, and here's why you will be buying Kirby in the Forgotten Land. So where does this game take place? It takes place on a mysterious island that Kirby washes ashore on, and it looks beautiful, honestly. From the beach that he lands on, and then when the map expands, we see beautiful lush vistas, we see beautiful water palaces. The environment is so elegant, but I'll be getting into that a little bit later. As far as the plot goes, this is a Kirby game, so can't expect any character development. There's no coming of age tale, no valuable lesson learned or anything. He's Kirby in the beginning, and then he ends the game as Kirby, of course. But I will definitely argue that there does not need to be a deep plot in this game, and I'll explain why. What it lacks in engaging storytelling and tension-heavy words that leave you on edge, what it does have is environment. Its environment makes up for it in spades. It tells the story for the entire game. You can just feel it's one of those games like similar to Metroid Dread, where as you're there and you explore the environment, you can sort of just feel. You feel as if you're there. You can feel the tension when there's tension. You can, feel when it's cold, you can feel it when it's hot. You see it, It's crazy. Like, this game feels so well designed. It is beautiful and a masterpiece. Definitely by far the best Kirby has ever been. They say a picture's worth 1,000 words, and this game is worth 1,000,000 pictures. This game is absolutely stunning, as you can see in the footage that I'll be having playing during this video. This looks gorgeous. It's well designed, and it has a copious amount of secrets in every level, with wallabies hidden in each nook and cranny. There's usually about anywhere between 3 to 6 Waddle Dees per stage. Some of them you have to find in hidden spots by looking a little closer. Some of them are given by doing specific tasks, like, beating a certain section of the level in a certain amount of time, or, doing some offshoot secret thing like sleeping on the desk. It's crazy. All the effects are engaging. The colds feel cold, the hots feel hot. It's a beauty to look at. And then when it comes to its conclusion in the end, which I will not spoil, it's all wonderfully choreographed in an epic conclusion that it puts Kirby in some pretty high stakes when you enter the fray, for sure. As far as key features, let's get into the key features of this game now. Series faithful abilities have returned. Sword Kirby, Bomb Kirby, Cutter Kirby. They all make their return in 3D, so you get to see them. However, in this game, there's a base abilities. There's I believe about how many base abilities? Like 16? I'm going to double check that and put that on the screen. And each ability has 2 sets of upgrades that are absolutely sick. Definitely a pleasure to go through each one and explore each hidden ability and learn new things about your favorite one and what advantageous situations you can get into. A key feature that they introduced in this game in particular are the mouthful abilities, where he absorbed real life items such as vending machines, cars, and even some stairs. He absorbs a lot of odd things, and he halfway transforms into them. Now, coming into this, I wasn't too impressed, and I can't get into that many people were, because the first thing they showed was the little half car freak of nature Kirby, and it just looked really, really strange. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why didn't he just absorb the whole thing like he usually would? But I gotta say, I don't mind it, and it actually sort of adds on to the puzzle aspect of it. Like, you use a lot of those mouthful abilities to solve various puzzles throughout the level and even find some of those Waddle Dees we mentioned earlier. They work in tandem with your regular abilities as well, so you don't even have to like sacrifice a good ability that you may have gotten throughout the level because you have to do this mouthful puzzle. So you don't have to sacrifice the good ability or your favorites for the sake of level continuation. Excellent feature added by Nintendo. Before we get into difficulty, if you're enjoying the video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Join the realm here. See that red button at the bottom? Go ahead and click that for me. And catch us over at twitch.tv where you can catch a lot of these games being played live before we release the review on them. There's 2 difficulties offered for this game. One is called Spring Breeze mode, and the other one is called Wild mode. and you're gonna see why I gave it that inflection a little bit later. Spring Breeze mode is supposed to be like the easy mode, the mode where you just want to play through the game and you don't really want to struggle. You just want to enjoy the adventure aspect of it. Just collect some upgrades, cut it on when you're, you know, in your daily commute or in the bathroom, and just have a chill time. And Wild mode is supposed to be for the hardcore players who don't mind taking a bit of extra damage and struggling a little bit. Was this mode difficult? Well, I did play Wild mode on our on the channel, and I can recall dying a few times to the final boss, but not, and the other times that I died was due to like pitfalls and me just falling in traps. This mode is not very challenging, I have to admit. It feels more akin to a normal mode in other games. Like playing through it, I actually forgot I was on Wild mode. Like at the end of the level, you receive a bonus for your star points, and you get a bonus for playing on Wild mode. And I would have to actually remember that I was playing on Wild mode. I was like, oh, I got extra, okay. I forgot this is supposed to be harder. I'm supposed to be dying more often. I just get the bonus. So I can tell you I didn't die very often in Wild mode. I did not really notice a difference. You don't even take that much more damage, honestly. It's like you still can take a decent amount of damage. That's why I feel like this was really just like, you know, a slick way of saying, oh, the Spring Breeze is like easy mode and this is normal mode. But I guess to give people like that confidence boost, it's like, oh, I beat it on Wild mode. Oh. Alright, so that's it as far as difficulty goes. Not too much more to explain about Wild mode. Like I said, don't be intimidated. The music for this game, the music composer, I apologize if I mispronounced your name, Hirokazu Ando. He's most known for his work in Smash Brothers and Smash Brothers Melee, and so he's very high name, and I believe he was the solo composer for the original Smash Bros, and then he had a little bit of help on Melee. Excellent composer. That track on Melee was very excellent. Everybody remembers it. Has the most epic character select screen ever. I'll probably play a clip of it for certain, but this music in this game is so amazing, and it contributes to the environmental design because it creates that environment. Like, you can't have a good environment without good sound direction and audio, and this game nails it right there. Like, the beginning levels feel very joyous, like you're entering an adventure and you're seeing, you know, the road and the gravel for the first time, and then the end is very epic, very, you know, eerie at certain parts. You know, like you feel like you're at your adventure's conclusion with the music and the environmental design working in tandem. Excellent orchestral masterpiece with a copious amount of bangers, ranging from colorful pop to some eerie lows, like I mentioned earlier. Not one song missed. Every song was a banger. I did not hear anything that I disliked. As far as the replay value goes, let's get into the replay value of this game. We beat this game, I believe, in about 2 weeks. We played a little Sonic. In between then, we were doing a Sonic marathon. But it does not feel short. I gotta admit that. It does not feel your $60 is not worth that. Something I was worried about, that, you know, this game was gonna have probably like, you know, a couple worlds, and then, you know, you beat the baddie, and then it's over, and nothing of value was gained. Challenge stages. There's a ton of challenge stages to do where they test each ability that you have in the game, including the upgraded ones, which have like different features and traits, and then they have their own challenge stages. So there's pretty much a challenge stage for every ability at every level, and I believe some of them have just multiple, you know, challenge stages for them, like you know, for the mouthful abilities as well, just to test your mastery in the usage of them. And they also teach you how to use them without telling you, which is brilliant, by the way. Excellent work. So continuing from the challenge stages, there's a ton of challenge stages in the game, one for each ability, and then there's even more for the mouthful abilities. You can replay those to your heart content. You use star crystals that you gain from these challenge stages in order to use the upgrades. So you collect these scroll upgrades, right? Every upgrade comes in a scroll, and then you give it to the workshop in the hub world that the Waddle Dees have. As you save them, they build different features in their town, and one of them is the workshop, and you can hand him these upgrades, or you can hand the blacksmith these scrolls, and then you exchange the star crystals, and then the star crystals are able to purchase you those upgrades. It's 2 for the first set of upgrades, and then 3 for the latter, or for the second stage. And there's quite a bit in the game, so you'll be running these challenge stages a lot, and there's also a target time in them as well. Get all the target times on the challenge stages, collect all Waddle Dees, collect all abilities, because they're hidden in the stages as well. The secret stage objectives for the Waddle Dees, like, you know, and the post-game story are all waiting for you at the end of Kirby and the Forgotten Land. There's plenty to play. It's easy to pick up. It's easy to sit down and get involved in it. It goes very deep. As far as final thoughts go, that does, you know, wrap it up a bit about Kirby. I believe we got to all the points that I wanted to mention. This is 100%, without a doubt, the peak modern Kirby experience. I'm excited to see where the story will take us in the future because of the conclusion of this game. It provides a compendious adventure experience while staying true to its roots, even though it made this huge transition from its 2.5D state to its 3D state, a complete 3D environment. In conclusion, this is a definite must-own for your Nintendo Switch library. Whether you're an adult or an adolescent, it's fun for the entire family, and that is why you need to buy this game. I'm gonna catch you guys later. This has been The Final Boss. Catch us next time for the next review, and catch us live. Peace.